Hello Internet, I haven't done a video for a while, so I'm going to do one now, because I got this. Well, I've had it for a while, but I got it going again. It is a Nintendo DS, which is not in the least bit exciting, because it's a literally 12-year-old console, I think, or probably older. But this is my Nintendo DS that I bought, would have been, yeah, about 12 years ago. I think I bought it when I was about 16, because I wanted one. Yeah, why not? I bought it for a specific game, which I do have here. It is that, Yu-Gi-Oh! Nightmare Troubadour, because I had been playing this one, which, oh, it is going to go into focus. Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition, which was fun, but it's a Game Boy Advance game, and I thought the touchscreen would be a lot better for it. But yes, I got a charger for this the other day, and I've been playing it since, and it still works almost fine. But yeah, for a console that's that old, it works pretty well, and you can see my reflection and see me rubbing my nose. It was itchy. Nice. Anyway, it's got the nice wee curved top. It's very worn because again, this console is like 11 years old, and I played it a lot because, you know, it was fun. I've lost the stylus for it. That's where the stylus goes. So I have a pencil. And yeah, right, let's have a wee look at it. Two screens, hence the name dual screen. Power, D-pad, select, start, X, Y, A, B, left, right, slot for the DS, and one of my favourite features that no longer exists is the slot for Game Boy Advance. This game is non-existent. It's actually Pokemon Ruby. I don't know where the sticker went. I bought it secondhand. Volume, which is the thing that I said works almost perfectly. The volume doesn't actually go. It works if you've got headphones in, but it doesn't work just off the normal speakers. I don't know if there's just a loose wire inside it. Probably that's all it is. So I have speakers nearby anyway. But to compare it to a 3DS, which I bought about a year and a half ago, screen is much tinier. I don't know how well you can see that, including the bottom screen. But, you know, obviously this is the new 3DS, so it's the bigger one anyway. It doesn't have the circle pad that the new 3DS has. And it's got no obvious wireless thing, which I was worried about, but it does have wireless. So that's handy, because there are a few things that I'd like. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's turn it on, because it does still work. Oh. Nintendo DS. Warning, health and safety. Touch the touchscreen to continue. The touchscreen was being a wee bit iffy before. Yeah, I've got no DS card in there at the moment, but I'll play something soon. What does it have? Pick no chat. I remember this feature. Pretty much what it is you have little wee chat rooms. I still have my old 1EO written in Japanese there, and you can write. This is actually really hard to do on a viewfinder. Hi, is it going to work? Oh, the touchscreen is a wee bit iffy. Hi, send, and it sends at the top there. Or you can be like, hi, send. There you go. It's not the most useful thing. I think it has a range of up to about, I think it's either 100 meters or 50 meters. And I remember when it came out, actually, there was a lot of talk of pedophiles using it to talk to people. Ooh, that X didn't want to work for me yesterday, but I've calibrated the touchscreen since I was playing with it. There are other chat rooms, but obviously there is nobody within 100 meters of me who has an original DS. I don't know when they got rid of this thing. I think the DSi had it. I never had a DSi, so I have no idea. Let's draw a smiley face and send it to chat room B. Right. Now this is one of the things that annoys me about it. The system will now shut down. There's no actual way to go back to the menu without turning off the system, which if you're in a game means you have to actually just hold down the power button until it turns off. DS download play. I think that actually does work with if I put a DS game, but I don't know if I have anything that's compatible with it. I haven't actually tried it. Start Game Boy Advance game. I'll look at that in a minute. Backlight. You can turn off the backlight. Oh, there we go. It's off. In case you want to not be able to see anything. This was one of the best features of the DS. I think the Game Boy Advance SP had it, but I didn't have one of those either. I just had an original Game Boy Advance, so it involved a lot of, you know, holding it around, being like, oh, can I see it at this angle? Oh, I've got the light in the right angle. Plus it means you can play in the dark. An alarm. The alarm has been set for 7:15. I don't know when I did that. and the settings. Let's have a look at the settings. I did have a look at them yesterday. I've set the date and time up as well. They were completely off, probably because, you know, it had been flat for about a decade. Settings, what's in here? What's this one? Startup, manual mode or auto mode, which just makes it so that it automatically goes into a game, which I don't like. I might want to play with the settings, and I genuinely don't know how to get it back into the settings thing, apart from removing everything. English, Deutsch, Francois, Espanol, Italiano, and Nihongo. There you go. I do like that it's in Japanese, because I've gone out of the Picto chat thing now, but you can actually type in Japanese in it. Actually, no, I will be able to show you that. Game Boy Advance. Choose the screen you want in Game Boy Advance mode. The top screen or the bottom screen, because obviously the Game Boy Advance only uses one screen, so you know, they have it showing on the top or on the bottom, so it looks more like a classic Game Boy Advance if you pretend this top screen doesn't actually exist. Right, what else is down here? I keep going back to buttons because it's slightly easier than trying to do this here. No, date's set correctly. There you go, now you know when I'm filming this. Alarm. No, I don't want to set the alarm. The alarm does actually work if the system's off, I think. I'm going back off my memory. I think I only ever used it once or twice, but I'm pretty sure it did work, and I just kicked the desk, hence the sudden vibration. There you go, you can set your user, you can set your birthday. I don't want to show you what my birthday is. Select your favorite color, it just changes the background color. It's a bit of a sort of pretentious name. Blue is not my favorite color, but I think it looks the best in the menu. Oh, there you go, you can set up your specific meeting, your name here. I was about to refer to something else, see. I've got it written in Japanese. As you can see, you can write it in English, shift. It does have a proper QWERTY keyboard, which is nice. But, oh, there you go. Different symbols for different languages. And Japanese. So you can write in hiragana, katakana. Oh, that's not going to do anything. I know what that is. It's to modify the symbols. But if you don't know anything about Japanese, that means nothing to you. More of these here. I was actually quite disappointed that the 3DS doesn't let you type in Japanese, because I quite like having my name written in Japanese because I'm extremely weird. I don't know if these are actually emoji. Like, obviously there's smiley faces and stuff, but I don't know if there's any way to send it to a proper thing. Username saved. I'm not going to actually change my username. I don't know why I have a trademark on my username either. You can see it up the top there. I was a very weird teenager. Let's go with that. Enter a personal message, which, you know, again, I was a weird teenager. It says wani 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 imasu, which is Japanese for there is a crocodile in the garden. Don't ask. Message saved. And that's just touch screen calibration. And no, I don't want to calibrate the touch screen again. I did that yesterday. And as I was saying, can't go out of the settings without quitting. Oh, you can see my reflection again. Go away, me. Nobody wants to see me. Oh, alright, power button. Sudden edit there because I knocked over my camera. And now it has an autofocus thing on here. Why are you doing that? Touch the touchscreen to continue. So, it comes with, and this nice wee thing here, Metroid Hunters. Will it focus? Will it focus? Will it focus? It's not going to focus. Come on, focus. I am actually using my cell phone to record this, and it's notoriously bad. It's just a demo version of Metroid Hunters, which I played a wee bit. It's actually fun. It plays fine on the 3DS as well. I do have a bunch of other games, but I've actually lost a lot of them, which I am really gutted about. But let's play this game. Does it come up in there? Come on, there is a DS card inserted. Does it just not like... Let's try turning it off and on again. Again, very old system. I have played a DS game on it since I got it going again. So, oh, there we go. Metroid Prime Hunters, first hunt Nintendo. Now, oh, that's the other thing that it has. This little wee doohickey here, you're meant to put it on your thumb, and then, in theory, this is hard to do with one hand, you can touch the touch screen. Oh, there's Metroid. I am showing my lack of gamer credit right there. There is Samus. Touch you to start. There we go. Training, multiplayer. Oh, actually, maybe I could play this with the download play. I might have to try that out. Training, let's go with that. Training missions. I'm trying very hard to actually get both screens on here. Come on, here we go. Regulator, Survivor, Morph Ball. Let's go with Regulator. I don't know what a Regulator is, but let's have a look. There goes Samus again. Oh, I said I was going to plug in some speakers, didn't I? Let's do that, because that way you can actually hear what's going on, and it's not just the sound of my voice. Okay. Now, bottom screen moves around. Yeah, see, this little wee doohickey on my thumb actually, it works alright, but there's no reason why you couldn't just use your thumb. Well, actually, no, it seems a wee bit more responsive. Oh, left and right fires. You see my reflection again. You can see the fact that I'm filming this on my phone. I just tried to use the circle pad. Up, left, right. Yeah, so it's a wee bit fiddly to play, especially for a left-handed person like me, because... Hold on. No, I am controlling this the way I normally do. I think you can set... Yeah, you can set it up so that A, B, and stuff strafe left and right. I can't believe I actually remember that. But yeah, that's this game. Whoop. Oh, I have the volume turned down. That's why there was still no sound coming out. Right, let's go with Yu-Gi-Oh! Nightmare Troubadour, which is also not going to come into focus. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Come on. Good camera. No, my camera does not like me. Whoop. Oh, there we go. My speakers are going. There is no DS card inserted. There is so a DS card inserted. I think maybe it just needs to be cleaned out slightly. The old blow on the cartridge port thing. Let's try that. I'm well aware that you're not actually meant to do that. Oh, no, it still says there's no DS card inserted. Off and on again. Ignore the loudness of the speakers as they turn on. Oh, there we go. Yu-Gi-Oh! Nightmare Troubadour by Konami. But yes, this was literally the game that I bought a DS for. Like, when they came out. I think a wee bit after, because I was a teenager who did not have a lot of money. Konami! I did play the hell out of this game as well. Start. Continue. Where am I? I'm going to be in my bedroom. See? In my bedroom. My room. Now, if I remember correctly, there's some really badly translated English. Pretty much what this game is I'm not going to actually get into a duel, but you go around, you look for people, and actually I might get into a duel just for the sake of it, just to show you what the duels are like. Oop. Who is that? That is Yugi's granddad. Here, let's go beat up an old man. I'm not actually going to, because I'm going to quit out. I heard you're making quite a name for yourself, but the only way to know how good you really are is to not have the text on the top screen in focus. Yes, let's duel you. I don't even remember what deck I've got on here. I've played this more recently. A very offensive named deck. It's a deck destruction deck. Pretty much you try to get your opponent to discard as much as possible. Start duel. It works really well, this game. And most of the opponents are not very good at it. So, let's say, you've got to actually tell it to draw a card on your first turn. I can't see what that is properly from here. Needleworm, I know what that is. Put that face down. And you can go straight to the end of your turn, because I can't do anything else in this turn. I probably could have played a card face down, and he attacks. And my card will force him to discard the top 10 cards of his deck, and I'm bored of playing this now. Right, let's play something else. Pokemon Diamond version, because as anybody who knows me knows, I am a huge nerd about Pokemon. Blah-de-blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Come on. Pokemon Diamond. Oh good, that actually shows up properly. It didn't be like, no, you need to insert the card about 20 times. Game experience may change during online play. I can't actually play this online. There is Dialga, I think? I'd never played this game when it was current. I bought the second hand, so Chris up there is not actually me. Oop. Oh, there we go. I'd actually turned off the autofocus. That's why nothing was focusing. I am so good at things. Migrate from Ruby, if you saw that on the top screen. Come on, focus. No, it's determined to not focus. There we go. Blah, 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 blah. Caught Uxie. I did that because I want to steal all of this guy's legendaries. How do you go into the menu? There we go. Yes, Chris is not me. He has my name, but he's not me, and I want to restart this game and play it again because I never played this generation of Pokemon, so I don't actually know the story. But he has, you know, Articuno that I want, and... Oop, that's a gym. That's not what I wanted. Anyway, here's a bunch of Pokemon that I want, but it plays alright. I did a battle... Let's do a battle. Let's beat up something with my Articuno. Or Chris's Articuno. But yeah, I've heard the wireless works because the way I plan to actually... What is that? Metachamp? The way I plan to steal legendaries is to use the wireless feature on this here to trade them to my Pokemon Black version 2, which apparently works. Oh, Articuno's hailing on everybody. Oh no, that's just the outside. Fight. Hyper Beam. Pew! Oh, I've turned off the autofocus again. Oh well, it's focused. That's the important thing. I'm not used to filming anything this long. Yay! Metachamp fainted. I actually don't like Diamond version that much because there are a few things in it that... Look at that. All of that's on the top screen. Top screen's not a touch screen. Why is it not down the bottom? Like, you can press these Pokeballs here, but why not just have it straight on the bottom screen? That's what they do in the later games, and it just seems like a poor design decision. Like... The later games are a lot better about it, but it just seems like they haven't used the touchscreen in this game to its fullest. Anyway, go away. Black version 2. I've not actually tried to play it on this here because that's a DSi enhanced game, hence the black cartridge instead of the grey one of Diamond version there. It also means that it is the latest Pokemon game, like the first one since Generation 2 to have a cartridge that's the same colour. Is it going to work? Oh, Pokemon Black version 2. So it definitely knows that it's in there. I can't put my 3DS games in because obviously they're a completely different shape and they won't fit in the cartridge port, and it'll just... It is working. I have actually been playing this one. I did buy this one secondhand as well, but the person I bought it off had already taken all the good Pokemon out of it, which is a shame. Nintendo WFC settings. I think you could get a wireless adapter for this here, but... Launch Sega Communications. Is it going to let me do that? Pretty sure this here doesn't support the CE communications. You do actually need a... That's some cool music there. I love this guy's afro as well. It's such a nice afro. Anyway, that's enough of that. And that is all my 3DS DS games there. So, let's have a look at something totally different, which is my Game Boy Advance games. Because, yeah, this actually supports Game Boy Advance games, which later consoles do not. Which, if you noticed, I briefly mentioned that it existed in Diamond version. Oh, it does actually want me to touch the touch screen. Come on, work. No, I think it's just crashed. Let's try this again. There was a migrate from Ruby version where if you have a Ruby version in the bottom port there, like I do, or left green, fire red, the other Game Boy Advance games, and you put Diamond and all those generations in there, you can transfer Pokemon from the Game Boy Advance game to your Diamond game. Which is good, because there are Pokemon on Ruby version that I do actually want. Right, I'll show you the top screen, because, you know, it's the one that actually has stuff on it. Like, the bottom screen just stays off completely, which is slightly different to how the Virtual Console games work. Oh, you can see my reflection again. And Ruby version, the internal battery has run dry. Yes, I know that. This game, I think, was bought in 2007, I think the sticker on it said. I've pulled the sticker off, but... Ruby version, look at me go, look at me go, look at me go. Running. I didn't actually like this game that much when it came out, but I think it was just sort of nostalgia because it's very different to the original game. Oh, I don't actually have one of those. And I have Aaron there. Go, Aaron. But I do really like the aesthetic of this game. It has the nice sort of classic cartoony graphics without having like the derpy looking Pokemon of the first generation. But that's completely sidetracked there. His attack rose. Aaron used headbutt. Go, Aaron, go. I'm going to catch this because I do actually need one. Oh, let's catch him in a Premier Ball. I didn't know that Premier Balls existed that early. Come on. Oh, what a jerk. Right, it's not very effective. Aaron, I think, is a rock steel type, so like normal type attacks do quarter damage. Don't paralyze me! Come on, come on. Oh. And go, other Premier Ball. What does the Premier Ball actually look like? It is, oh yeah, it is just the all-white one. Again, trying to look through this. It doesn't want me to catch an Electrike. Such a weird looking Pokemon as well. Has such a flat head, but I like Manectric, whatever the evolved form was called. Right, now I'll catch it, but I don't have any more Premier Balls. Come on. Come on, come on. Oh, seriously? He's got like no health. And he's critically hitting my Pokemon. God. Now if I remember, I meant to hit the B button a lot. Well, that was the original games. And also, it was a complete and utter myth. See? Didn't work. Myth busted. And his attack missed. I'm determined to catch this thing. I realise nobody wants to sit me watch me sit here and catch one particular Pokemon that's not even very rare. There we go. I love that music. It's so victorious. Electrike stores its electricity in its long body here. Ew. Give it a nickname? No, I don't nickname Pokemon because I'm too lazy to ever think of a nickname. Anyway, save because I want to save. Yes. Saving, don't turn off the power. He saved the game. Now just for the sake of interestingness, on my DS here. My 3DS, I should say. Hold on, I have to move it much further away because, again, it is way bigger. Come on, turn on. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, the remake version of... That's Ruby version in there, so it's not quite the same, but it's the same generation of Pokemon. Come on. And also the speakers in this here actually work, which is good. Oh, I'll turn off the 3D, because I'm one of those weird people who actually likes the 3D. That sounds much worse not coming through the speakers. Oh, there was Groudon down the bottom there. I've actually played this game, so I've finished it and I'm running around. See, basically the same game. This is in the same area. Oh, hey, it is a loading screen to move. The big cycling path, and that's the patch of grass I was just in. There we go. That was completely pointless. Anyway, what other Game Boy Advance games do I have? Another wee jump cut there because I knocked over my camera again. I really must stop doing that. This one, Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition. Let's play that. I don't remember how this game even plays. I haven't played it for a while. It's not the most recent one though. I'm pretty sure the other Yu-Gi-Oh! Game that I've got is actually newer. Right, start Game Boy Advance game. It's also a wee bit disappointing that, like, it doesn't show you the name of the Game Boy Advance game, but that's not something that it could do. The X and Y buttons also don't do anything, but the left and right buttons do. Konami Computer Entertainment Show. Come on, come on. Don't have all day. Stairway to the Destined Jewel. Oh, this looks very familiar. There's people up there. There's Yugi and the weird clown guy, but I'm pretty sure this doesn't have as much... Oh, that is the language options. It's just language, yeah. How do I look at... Oh, that's done something. Deck and trunk. Miscellaneous. Trade. Pass through. Oh yeah, if you want to, like, bring in cards that you have in real life. Link duel. Option. Card limit. Card limitation. On, off. I actually have a link cable, but I don't have anybody to link with, so that's no fun. Earthbound Spirit. A whole bunch of completely useless monsters. Look at this here. Bite shoes. Who would ever use that card? Let's duel somebody. Let's duel Esperoba. I've beaten him 13 times and lost twice. How have I lost this guy? I see, so you have one of those in your deck. I literally have no idea. Oh, I won. I'm gonna go first. Oh yeah, this looks so familiar. Like, I have not played this game in well over a decade. Sure. Now, obviously you can't touch screen, so you have to... Oh, what even is this deck here? Alligator's Sword. Summon. Yeah, it doesn't have the nice 3D effects that Nightmare Troubadour has. And all the cards look exactly the same. Let's put Solemn Wishes face down. I can't even remember what that card does. Wow, that's a useful card. What's this one? Polymerization. End your turn, yes. Oh, I like that. It does the wee, here you go thing. Dark Hole, yes. I'm going to activate that. Dark Hole destroys every monster, I think? Oop, yep, kaboom. Okay, I'm bored of this now. My other Yu-Gi-Oh game that I have is World Championship 2004, so I believe that's a later game. The copyright that's written on the cartridges both have the exact same year, 1996. So that's not even slightly helpful because that's the copyright of actual Yu-Gi-Oh, not the copyright of the games. I also don't have the boxes for either of them. I think I bought both of them secondhand. I honestly could not tell you. Start Game Boy Advance game. Right. Wait for loading screens. Licensed by Nintendo. Konami. Come on. Come on. I really want to know if this is a newer game. I feel like it is, but edit deck. Time Wizard. Let's see, what's a card that I know is quite a recent card? Well, by recent, I mean recent when I actually played Yu-Gi-Oh! Options. Oh, I've apparently completed the game anyway. Campaign. Now this looks older. Wait, what was that? Trusdale. Is that even his real name? Tristan Timothy Taylor back there. Vague Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged reference. Simon. Oh yeah, because this... Simon. I feel like that's a reference to the latest of the original manga, so it must be newish. But I don't know. I don't know. I remember one of these games, and I think it was the World Championship tournament, had a card that I wanted, and it didn't exist in the game at the time. Oh, it just randomly selects who's going to go first. You don't get to have any sort of control over it. 800. I can't even remember who I decided to duel. I wasn't paying any attention. What do I have in my hand here? Soraya Pain phase. Come on, give me some control there. Cyberjar. There we go. And intern. Okay, I'm bored of that now. The other game that I have is slightly ripped. Golden Sun. I borrowed... Oh, book pre-owned. When was this put in? 10th the 10th? That's not helpful. Oh well. Anyway, actually I could have told you that it was pre-owned anyway, because there's no way I would have let the cartridge get ripped like that, because I try to actually be careful with things. Right. Start Game Boy Advance game. Anyway, as I was saying, I borrowed this off a friend when I was in high school, and I loved the game, and I thought it was a huge amount of fun, and now I don't even know what's going on in the game. I played it a little bit yesterday, and I'm in Soul Sanctum. I don't know where Soul Sanctum is. I don't know where I'm trying to go. But that's some serious sounding music there. Can I get into a battle with something? Let's go down this way. Yeah. Oop. Synergy. That sounds vaguely familiar, but I really don't remember anything about this game. I know there was a sequel to it, but I wouldn't have a clue where I'd be able to get a copy of it. And also I'd have to finish this here. Oh, I checked the chest, and I got an herb. Nice. Dank. Come on. Let me do something that's not running around in a circle. I feel like this Soul Sanctum place is collapsing, and I'm meant to be running away. There's no timer or anything on the screen, so I don't know. Oh. I was trying to go to the side there, but I couldn't actually see what I was doing. That's why that wasn't working. I feel really, really dumb now. Down here. Come on, there's got to be something I can fight. No, there's nothing I can fight. That's boring. I'll pick up that herb again later. Anyway, that's all I had to show, I hope. Yep, that looks like everything I had. So anyway, yeah, that's my original DS. I've been rambling on for half an hour now, so it was a good wee console in its time. Like, Yeah, I definitely don't regret buying it. I did get a lot of fun out of it when I was a kid, as you can see by just how, yeah, incredibly beaten up it is. I would love to get the speakers actually going again because I hate playing games with no sound. But yeah, that's all I have to say about it. Bye.